Hey guys, what's going on? This is RG Game News USA here, and I did not expect to be making a video like this. Apparently, there's an NBA gambling scandal involving Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones, and they were arrested. And we're going to go over this article by the USA Today and talk about what this means. But needless to say, I'm shocked. And but I'm glad you've joined me here. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the like button on the video if you could. And let's just jump right into it. So the FBI secured multiple indictments for more than 30 people related to their alleged role in an explosive gambling scandal that rocked the NBA. Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former NBA player Damon Jones all were arrested as part of the investigation, which involved extensively illegal gambling rings. FBI Director Kash Patel said during a news conference Thursday. Billups was charged in connection with an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, while Rozier is accused of manipulating his performance during an NBA game to benefit illegal betting. Jones is one of three people to be charged in both indictments, said Joseph Nocella Jr., U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York. Before we continue, holy shit. So, first of all, we got to talk about Chauncey Billups here. You guys may remember him as the guard for the Detroit Pistons when they won the 2004 NBA title. He's the head coach now of the Portland Trail Blazers. And the idea that they're running some sort of illegal gambling operation is pretty crazy. I think what Terry Rozier's done here is completely nuts too. Altering his gameplay to benefit certain stats, probably like prop bets or whatever. That is strictly, he should be banned from the game of basketball, if this is true. Now, I want to preface this by saying everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So, if there's evidence that comes out that they're innocent, look, that's why we have trials, right? So, I'm not going to sit here and cast the guilt on them. However, I'm just reporting the story. Hey, this is not a good look. This is really freaking bad right now, especially to start the NBA season. The NBA placed Billups and Rozier on immediate leave after they were indicted. Billups is set to appear in court in Portland Thursday afternoon. And one indictment deals with an alleged insider sports betting conspiracy. 6 defendants were charged, including Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and former Cleveland Cavaliers player and coach Damon Jones. The second indictment charges 31 defendants with scheming to rig illegal poker games. So Damon Jones and Rozier's charges are different than Chauncey Billups' charges. Their charges are more... Damon Jones and Rozier's charges are more involving in the game of basketball. Chauncey Billups' charges are going to be more involving poker games, which have nothing to do with basketball, but he is a coach. So Chauncey Billups was involved in the second indictment that charged 31 defendants with scheming to rig illegal poker games. The defendants include Portland Trail Blazers coach and former Detroit Pistons star Chauncey Billups and former Cleveland Cavaliers player and coach Damon Jones. The defendants allegedly used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in secretly fixed underground poker games. For instance, Nocella said they used off-the-shelf shuffling machines that were altered to read the deck's cards and relay information about which players likely had the best hand. That's just straight theft. The scheme also involved the mafia, according to Nocella. That was because members of the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genoverse organized crime families already had control over non-rigged illegal poker games in New York City. Charges in this scheme include wire fraud conspiracy, illegal gambling, money laundering, robbery, and extortions, according to Nokella. Holy crap, Chauncey Billups could be facing many, many years in prison. Here's what to know about Damon Jones. The 49-year-old stands among the group of 30-plus people charged with the wide-ranging scandal. Jones is a former basketball player who played 11 seasons in the NBA before becoming an assistant coach. The NBA placed Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier on immediate leave after they were indicted in a wide-ranging illegal gambling scheme that includes ties to organized crime and involves more than 30 individuals. The league said it will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. This is a huge problem for the NBA right now. This is huge. This is going to have a really bad look. And to have this at the beginning of the season, after we had such a great Rockets OKC opener, people were talking about the games. Now they're going to be talking about this. It's a bad look. Both indictments in full that include Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones. Former NBA player Damon Jones provided non-public injury information about the status of two players in NBA games, according to allegations listed in Thursday's federal indictments. So, pause on that a second, let me explain. He had insider information that wasn't public knowledge about probably his teammates or his rivals, about their injury status, and leaked it to people who can then use that information to bet on potentially a better side of the bet, if that makes sense. Now back to the article. Listed in Thursday's federal indictments related to wide-ranging gambling scandal announced by the FBI, those players may have been, oh my God, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, based on public injury information. USA Today Sports reviewed from the dates of those games. So Terry Rozier leaked the injury statuses, allegedly, of LeBron and Anthony Davis in order to fix a game. That's absolutely bonkers right there. The NBA has issued a statement in the wake of Thursday's indictments related to illegal gambling, announcing that Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their respective teams. We are in the process of reviewing the federal indictments announced today. Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and the integrity of our game remains top priority. It better, because now people are really going to question the game. There's always been scandals involved in the NBA, whether it was some kind of point shaving or stat padding or whatever. It's always been in the back of people's mind, with the NBA in particular, over a lot of other sports, about scandals like this. And what's funny is the scandal that's actually the crazier scandal is the non-basketball one. The rigging poker games and stealing millions of dollars that Chauncey Billups was a part of, allegedly, is nuts. It's insane. He is a multimillionaire who is a player and a coach. Why would you put yourself at risk to help steal people's money? That's insane. That's insanity. That's insanity. Now he could be faced several years in prison. That's nuts. U.S. attorneys Joseph Nokella Jr. detailed the extensive illegal poker scheme with mafia ties that led to Billups' arrest on Thursday's games. Beginning as early as 2019, defendants in the case are accused of using wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games in locales like the Hamptons, Vegas, Miami, and Manhattan. Man, why would you get caught up in this stuff, man? Victims were lured to participate in the games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes, including Billups and Jones. So let's stop right there. Well, I'm not going to sit here and say Billups and Jones were the ones that sat there and they rigged it up. But come on, man. They were the face that got the rich people to come. Okay? How long were they going to go along with this and not realize that those people were bleeding money and their money was getting raked in from them. Seriously, where does the plausible deniability end? The former professional athletes were known as face cards, while the victims were referred to as fish, according to Nikela. Members of the Bombano, Gambino, and Genovese organized crime families also allegedly became involved, taking a cut of the rigged poker games and enforcing the collection of debts. Nikela indicted Billups with a former NBA player and not the Trailblazers coach at the time of the alleged involvement. What the victims, the fish, didn't know is that everyone else at the poker game, from the dealer to the players, including the face cards, were in on the scam. So Nikela says this is not a case of ignorance. They said every single other person, the other players, including Billups, including Jones, including the dealer, were all in on the scam to get these one or two fish to lose their money. No way around, well, I didn't know. He'll have his day in court, but this is not looking good. This is not looking good. Nikela said once the game was underway, the defendants fleeced the victims out of tens of thousands of dollars per game. Wow. That is crazy. The alleged fraud included self-shuffling machines that had been secretly altered in order to read the cards on the deck, predict which player on the table had the best poker hand, and relay the information to an off-site operator, according to Nikela. The off-site operator sent the information via cell phone back to the co-conspirator of the table, and that person at the table was known as the quarterback. The quarterback then signaled secretly the information he had received to the others at the table, and together they used that information in order to win their games and to cheat their victims. Wow! That's crazy! Bro, that's crazy work! They also alleged to have used poker chip tray analyzers, special contact lenses or eyeglasses that can read pre-marked cards, and an x-ray table that can read cards face down on the table. Holy shit, what is this, some sort of spy movie? Portland Trailblazers statement on the gambling incidents. We are well aware of the allegations involving head coach Chauncey Billups and the Trailblazers. We are fully cooperating with the investigation. The team said in a statement released Thursday afternoon, Billups has been placed on immediate leave, and Tiago Splitter will assume head coaching duties in the interim. Any further questions should be directed to the NBA. Apparently, Terry Rozier had a response. Let's talk about that. Jim Trusty, the attorney representing Terry Rozier in this matter, sent a statement to USA Today Sports in response to his client's arrest on Thursday. We have represented Terry Rozier for over a year. A long time ago, we reached out to these prosecutors to tell them we should have an open line of communication, Trusty wrote. They characterized Terry as a subject, not a target. But at 6 a.m. this morning, they called to tell me FBI agents were trying to arrest him in a hotel. It is unfortunate that instead of allowing himself to surrender, they opted for a photo op. They wanted the misplaced glory of embarrassing a professional athlete with a perp walk. That tells you a lot about the motivations of the case. They appear to be taking the word of speculatory, incredible sources rather than relying on actual evidence of wrongdoing. Terry was cleared by the NBA, and these prosecutors revived that non-case. Terry is not a gambler, but he is just afraid of a fight, and he looks forward to winning this fight. But he's not afraid of a fight. He looks forward to winning this fight. So, I want to go back to this part. When he says, a long time ago, we reached out to the prosecutors to tell them we should have an open line of communication. So is this a Terry knew that he was doing wrong and he's trying to sell out the mob? Like, is that what I'm hearing here? Because if so, he may have another problem on his hands for his attorney to say that out loud. That's kind of crazy. FBI Director Kash Patel said, "The fraud is mind-boggling. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across multi-year investigations." U.S. Attorney Joseph Nokella Jr. referred to the case involving Rozier as one of the most brazen sports corruption schemes since the online betting sports became widely legalized in the United States. This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams. Nokella said the indictment that led to the arrest of Billups, Jones, and more than 30 people overall involved a nationwide scheme to rig illegal poker games. These defendants used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. Wowee, man. This is one of the biggest scandals in NBA history. Billups was arrested in Oregon on Thursday morning, one day after a season-opening loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rozier was also arrested Thursday morning in a hotel in Orlando, Florida, where the Heat lost their season opener to the Magic. It's kind of funny they both lost. Rozier did not play in that game due to a coach's decision. Billups, Rozier, and Jones are expected to make a court appearance later Thursday, according to Justice Department spokesman. Which by the time you guys are seeing this video, that's probably already passed. Because I'm doing it a little bit early. So, am I fucking froze? Oops. Alright guys, I think we got the point. That's the end of the article, or at least what I'm going to read of it. Thank you all for watching the video. Let me know what you think about this crazy-ass scandal, because my mind's blown. I don't get why professional athletes who have made millions of dollars in their life want to steal millions of more dollars from regular people illegally. That's crazy. Anyway, guys, like I said, they're innocent until proven guilty, so everything I said is alleged, so don't throw the sticks at me. Just the messenger here. I'll see y'all later. RJ signing out. Have a good one.